street, you know, all that fun stuff. So could be a better scenario. There's a lot of times where the sewer line's right in the person's front yard. And you and me are not lucky to have that. But
so right now, how far down? This is the main sewer.
yeah, I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to push this camera up so you can see that this right there is the sewer.
Okay.
So that's the water going this way. We're coming in this way.
Right.
And it is 20 feet deep. The tap is 20 feet deep here, which is quite a ways.
Now, we were, at the beginning, we were across the street.
Yes.
Okay, now we're going on the easement and we're approaching the street approximately.
Yeah, we might be under the sidewalk right now. That was this is the first drop here going down to the city sewer. So this here appears to be ABS black pipe. It's just like your PVC, except it's black. And the cities like to use that. And I like to go up on these because...
So we got two pieces joining?
Yeah, and see what happens is if you had Orangeburg pipe, do you know what that is?
No.
Orangeburg is what they made during World War II when everybody was fighting. Nobody was making pipe. So it's like a big time paper mache kind of pipe. It has wood pulp and everything like that, and a casing of like mesh, like a mesh, okay. metal mesh, and it has concrete on the outside of it. And what happens is that pipe eventually goes out of round and goes oval, and when it does, then it collapses in on itself. So we always want to try to make sure that there wasn't a house here before, and that this couldn't be Orangeburg.
Gotcha.
I don't think it is, and as I look at these connections, I'll be able to really determine if it is or not. Because what it looks like when you see the connection, if it's Orangeburg, you can actually see the metal wrap around, and I'll show you what I mean.
The metal wrap, which is the outer part.
Which is the outer part. But where they connect together, you can see the wrap going around the edge of the pipe.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
What is that we're looking at?
So right now, right here, there's a belly in the line. And a belly is where your connections are here and here. But the pipe has settled in the middle and holding water. Maybe they didn't bed that part of the ground correctly. You know, they did it too fast or whatever. As long as your belly is... Right, your belly ends at 80 feet, and I think it starts at about 65. That belly's never going to bother water coming back into your house because it's too far out. But what a belly does do is, as the waste is going through that area holding water, eventually the water goes through, but it leaves the waste back, and the waste builds, and the waste becomes a blockage.
Gotcha.
And it can. It doesn't always. So I'm just going to find out how long this belly actually
is.
So
what we're looking at now is agitation of the water as we'll pull this back?
Yes, it's just sitting. If I let my camera sit my camera in one place, see how it's just sitting.
So that pool technically really shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be collecting there.
No, it shouldn't.
So is it going into the ground?
No.
Okay.
Nope, it's in the pipe. It's just not going anywhere.
Okay.
And it's going to take water to push that water out of the way to replace it with the new water. So this is a little longer than I thought it was. Okay, so this is about, that belly is about 18 feet long. And still, we're still at 61 feet. A lot of times what I'll do is, if the belly's just outside the foundation wall, or even 30 feet outside the foundation wall, I will bring my camera back just outside the wall, turn on all the water in the house, and see if I can make it back up. If I can't make it back up, you're probably not going to make it back up.
Gotcha.
But at this distance, you're not going to make it back up.
It's not going to be an issue. Okay, good.
But you should have an inspection. I would say probably every 5 to 7 years to make sure that you're not getting a buildup in that area.
Okay.
Yep, and that'll all be in my report.
A repair like that, is that the homeowner? Is that the city?
It's the homeowner.
The
Yeah,
homeowner.
it's the homeowner right to the tap of the city sewer, and
So it's from here to across the street
yes,
is his responsibility?
yes, and
Jesus Christ, if they had to tear up the street, that would be his
oh yeah,
responsibility.
yep. And so I've seen these where it's across the street, just like my house is across the street, just like yours. This one, I've seen that upwards of $25,000 to $30,000 to replace that line, with everything else that you got to do. So it can be costly.
Holy cow.
Yep. So belly from, let's see, 61 feet, I'll say 60 feet to 78 feet out. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of this line.
So at this point, we are on our side of the street now?
Right now, let's see, we're in the street.
In the street.
Yep. Okay, there's a good section there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call the city while I'm writing this report and see if they can look up for me and see if there's Orangeburg in this area, and they might be able to tell me if it's Orangeburg in this line, because that one there kind of looked weird, and so does this one. See that on the side there?
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm talking about.
Now, they wouldn't remove the Orangeburg and replace it with new when they did this?
No. When they did what?
When they built the house and put the new
No.
plumbing?
No, a lot of times they just go with what they have.
Regardless of how old it would be?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, it's something that you really have to do yourself, to make sure that the line is good. But a lot of times, man, they don't even care. They just build the house.
No, that looks fine.
That looks fine.
9 o'clock, okay.
Mm-hmm, that looks fine. It's on a turn. It's on a 45
gotcha.
is what that is, yep.
Oh, okay.
And that is the beginning of that section of pipe, and that sure does not look like Orangeburg at all. And this is green PVC, which the cities also like to use. And this looked absolutely fine as I was going out, yep. Very clean. And see, what they might have done is, let's say that was Orangeburg. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter what I was going to say. It really doesn't matter, because it would still be Orangeburg if it's Orangeburg.
Now, Orangeburg doesn't mean that we have to do anything. It just means that there's a potential for an issue.
Yeah, well, I had one the other day, and the guy is still calling me because he went to the owner, and the current owner said, well, the line's totally functional right now. And I said, well, it is functional right now, but tomorrow, next year, 5 years, it's going to collapse. Sooner or later, it's going to collapse. So it's a problem because, it's functional now. Yeah, that line's in really good shape. And I do not think that is Orangeburg, but I'm going to confirm that. And I will let you guys know.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it is. It would mean that there's a house here before this house.
Right.
Is what it means, yep.
Well, thank you for showing me that.
Very good, sir.
I appreciate it.
Yep. And everything will be in my report along with the this video link.
Okay, thank you.
Takes
Thank
you
you
right
very
to,
much.
yep.